Connecticut Comic Con 2015. Louis, I have no idea where Jeremy is. He's, you know, Jeremy. Yes, he's always lost. We're here with show favorite Mr. James Taylor, or as he likes to be called, Jim Taylor. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm excited to see the exclusive Connecticut Comic Con 2015 print. And when to show it? Look at that. That is amazing.
Just recently I picked up these frames so that a lot of people say they have a difficult time finding a frame for a print. And I located these frames. So now if they want, they can buy a print that's already framed, ready to go home. And they don't have to worry about trying to find one down at their local Walmart or wherever.
Or they can buy a frame and the print is free, or they can buy a print and the frame is free. It depends on how much you want to charge. So we can add them together.
That's
and they
true.
Won't know.
It's only $20 for the framed print.
Look at that. Look at that. It's a deal.
That's a deal.
Yes, it is. So what's new in your world? I mean, we had you on the show time and time again, a few times, but what's new in your world?
Not too much. A couple of new projects that I'm working on that I'm not really allowed to talk too much about it, but okay. I'm really excited. It's a graphic novel, so a lot of work going on there.
Okay. Do you have any trivia for me?
Yes, I do. We have trivia for you.
Yeah, I love trivia.
Now, I'm sure you and a lot of the viewers probably have been watching, have seen the movie Tombstone.
Yep.
Great movie, Val Kilmer, Kurt Russell. I just found out recently that some of the statements in there, for example, "I'm your Huckleberry," was actually from "I'm your Huckle Bearer," which back in the day, in those days, actually meant somebody that carried your coffin, a pallbearer.
Really?
But it's also documented at the OK Corral that Doc Holly did say, "You're a daisy if you do," because he said, "I'm going to kill you, Holiday. You're a daisy if you do." That's actually a quote. That's not like Hollywood that was put in there.
So that was a real quote from that.
Yes.
Look at that. Only at Connecticut Comic Con will you come here, buy a print, and get trivia from the legendary Jim Taylor.
There you go.
My friend,
come on down.
Come on down.
You got to come to Connecticut Comic Con.
See ya.
Jeremy Courtney, Angry Geeks show, here at Connecticut Comic Con, Mohegan Sun, with the one, the only, the legend, the compulsive masterpiece.
Where have I heard this before? I don't know. I think when they were talking to Denny O'Neil, I think you said the same thing to Denny O'Neil, didn't you? I know.
I write these things down and I practice them. You should, by the end of the day,
it's so hard to find good help.
It is. You can't even.
It's amazing. He can't even pay attention to his camera work.
I have Neal Adams
Look at
here.
that. It's embarrassing, isn't it?
The greatest
I am
artist
embarrassed for
of
you.
Batman.
I'm embarrassed for you.
And he says that
And
I'm the problem.
He's turned away just because. See that? Look
I
at
know.
that. Nothing, and
I know.
he's gesticulating and acting like an utter fool. I don't understand
He's
it.
supposed to be watching the clock
know
too.
you
At
think
3
so.
minutes, we're supposed
I know,
to cut
I
and
know.
everything,
It's
and he's
embarrassing.
completely lost.
Wait till he hears this copy
I
later
know.
on.
Neal Adams just tore you
have
up.
just humiliated us, and we're so ashamed of you. I'm just saying.
What's even better?
Being thought of that way, very well.
What's even better is he usually tears up Marvel, and to hear a DC legend take him down. Oh,
that's so sad.
He's still my beating
I
heart.
feel for you, but I can't reach you. So anyway, he's a Marvel fan?
No.
He's a DC
not
fan?
He's a DC.
He's a DC fan,
a junkie.
and he's got it tattooed on his arm. I am so humiliated. I am so humiliated. We DC people don't tattoo that stuff on. Oh, more? Robin.
It's like the
we are
shirt of the
looking.
band
We are
on
looking
your-
at the arms, the pitiful arms of this young man. Who clearly doesn't get to the gym often enough, with his Robin logo on his arm, his Batman logo, his Superman logo, and now and Wonder Woman. And now he's looking at us like there is a tricep there. I'll give you that. There's a little tricep.
I don't even have to be here, folks. Like, he does it all for me. Like he's tearing you apart, Lou. This is great.
But he deserves it. There's nothing about. With his little press sign and all that, trying to pretend that he's doing this.
The armbands always.
The first minute and a half, he was turned away talking to what do you call another star? Is that the deal?
Yeah.
I get it.
He's celebrity, like he's
That's
he's
it.
goo-goo eyes.
Right. His eyes are attracted and he follows. That's the way it
You
goes.
should see him around Bret the Hitman Hart.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Jerry the King Lawler's here. He's right over there. There he goes. There he goes. No. Okay. Well, we got 1 more minute for this interview.
No, this is fantastic. This has been the best interview. I don't even have to sit here and stumble over questions that I'm trying to think of.
We don't really care about these questions, do we?
No, we don't, actually, to tell you the truth.
He has to cover his mouth to stop laughing out loud.
Our viewers prefer it when we just go on and ramble, so this is great.
Is that Kiss on your shirt? It's Kiss?
Kiss Forever.
Oh, Kiss Forever.
They'll be here at 2:30 to 3:30 playing
Kiss
the
Forever.
cabaret.
Kiss Forever, and you have tattoos of DC Comics stuff on your arms, and you have Kiss Forever on your T-shirt.
He's trying to force me to wear the shirt.
This man is a child.
Oh, you should see his room.
Unbelievable.
Boys everywhere.
You know, my sons met Gene Simmons and the Kiss guys at a photo shoot, and they were stuck. And they were stuck in the photo shoot, right? And we were in it's like a small building in Manhattan, and it was kind of skeevy, but they had a photography. And my son Joel was leaning against the wall. My son Joel is such a Kiss fan that, and he doesn't want to admit it. And he was leaning against the wall, right? And Gene Simmons and the guys come out fully in their costumes out of this skeevy door. They had to bend over to get through the door, and Gene Simmons is a comic book fan. So he's a fan of mine to the extent that, somebody like Gene Simmons can be a fan of anybody. So he comes out, shakes my hand, and Joel is sitting there with his back against the wall, his 1 foot propped against the wall, and his spine freezes. Not really freezes, his emotional spine freezes, and he can't get his back off the wall. So they're saying hello to him, and his back is against the wall. He's just kind of robotically saying hello, and he can't. I'm looking at him. He can't get off the wall. Clearly, 1 foot is against the wall, like gravity is holding it there, and the back is not coming from the wall. And he's not saying a word. He's just like that, shaking hands with Kiss, who are like gigantic, and they're like, he's totally stunned. And they try to talk to him, but he can't talk to them. He's like gone, right? I'm telling you, this now is a 6 foot, 2.5 giant, my son, right? Who is now at this time, 12 years old. I mean, you could probably grow cobwebs between his back and the wall. That's how it was. Spider-Man would have glued him to the wall. And then they left, and I found Joel. And they finally comes off the wall. He says, that was Kiss. Yeah, it was Kiss, and you could have talked to them. You could have and he says, I'm just, right? And is that?
Well, believe it or not, when I first met you, I was the same way.
Same way, really?
I was shaking, and all my friends were laughing at me.
No, and I understand to a certain extent some of that, but Kiss is bigger than life. Oh, yeah. They're just massive with those shoes and
we're personal friends with these guys. We can bring them by.
Don't bring them by.
I told you should have done the interview.
My son here, he'll become stunned. But they walk through crowds like giants, don't they? Like Chewie.
Mm-hmm. Are you trying to rush the legend?
No. We're good. We're good. So Kiss is going to be here?
Yeah.
Well, not Kiss Forever.
A Kiss Forever, but not Gene Simmons.
No.
So does one of those guys have a long tongue like Gene Simmons?
Yes.
He really does?
Oh yeah, and they
that's
do the whole
disgusting.
Blood thing and everything.
They're going to be here at 10 o'clock, and then they're having a free concert right here in the casino at 2:30.
That almost gives me the quivers when I see that. I go, what the hell is that? There's a snake in that guy's mouth. Okay. Really weird.
I have one question, though.
He's got a question.
Well,
he's got a question.
I have one. I have just one.
You ask it a question.
I'm a huge Batman collector. Your run is
it's getting
my
boring
favorite.
Already. Come on.
Okay, I'm boring.
You got it.
You brought real life to Batman for me.
Question.
I don't have a question.
No,
I have just a whole bunch of babble.
Let me tell you this. People ask what I brought to Batman. Go ahead. Oh, that's what I wanted to know. What was it that you brought to Batman that made it so different, Neal? Go ahead.
What was it that you brought to Batman that made it so different?
Anatomy. He didn't have it before. Now he's got anatomy and a cape that moves around. Let me tell you the secret of the cape, just so you know. There's a Dracula movie by Hammer Films. Don't come over here, Joker. Just cool it. I'm telling a story.
The legendary Neal
there you
Adams.
go. There you. Was he on film there? He wasn't on camera. Come around. Go in the middle. Go in the middle. Go in the middle. Go in the middle. Ladies and gentlemen, the Joker.
I'm not going to blaze his ears out.
Why not?
Oh, it's too early for it yet. Woo! Neal Adams asked me to do that. That's awesome. Woo!
There you go.
How cool.
Hi, Angry Geek Show.
I'm being
Out in
immortalized.
TV land. Oh, you'll hear it plenty of times, my
Immortalized
dear.
Right now. I'm like,
Poor
I got
Jeremy.
The Joker.
Thank
and
you
Neal
for
Adams,
featuring
like-
me with the great Neal Adams. I'm going to let you guys proceed with
Could
your
we do
interview.
like a 251 pose here?
So anyway, there's this Dracula movie by Hammer Films, and it stars Christopher Lee as Dracula. Christopher Lee? No, it was the other guy, the tall one. The tall. Oh, gee, Hammer
Wow,
Films,
you're
for
going
God.
like, yeah, you're going back to
Not
the beginning.
Christopher. Anyway, the point is, no. Oh, it's so sad.
Yeah,
You really are so sad.
He wants to impress you.
Christopher Lee and it's Christopher Lee. That's right. It was Christopher Lee, who recently died.
Christopher Lee.
Anyway, so he's playing Dracula, and he's at the top of a parapet looking down on a coach that's leaving from his front door. And I guess the sun is going to come up, so he can't stay there. And he's got to go away and go back. And it's a back shot of him, right? And he's got this cape on. And he sees the coach go away, and he's going to turn and go off camera, right? He's going to turn and go off camera. Now, the thing about a cape is if you turn with a cape, you turn into the cape, and the cape like grabs you, okay? Because people can't normally wear a cape. It's hard. So what he does is he does this little turn, and then he does another turn. So it's a little turn, and then he does this other turn, and the cape follows him around. And I thought, oh my God, he rehearses with the cape. And I'm thinking, that's what Batman must do, because he's got this cape. He couldn't possibly be running around with that damn cape on without standing in front of the mirror and rehearsing his moves with the cape
Can't
on.
imagine
Because
Batman.
otherwise it would wrap around. Right, it's hard to imagine, right? You know, like in the morning when you make faces in the mirror, like say, how do I look? Is this a good smile? Shit like that after you brush your teeth and all that.
I catch him all the time.
Comb your eyebrows, am I combing my hair right? Well, Batman has got to stand in front of a mirror, and he's got to move with the cape to make sure it doesn't stop him from punching somebody out. So he obviously rehearses with that cape, just like Christopher Lee did to do that move in the movie. So the move didn't come out of nowhere. He actually rehearsed that, and he does this move, and the cape flows around. I thought, if I ever did Batman, I would do it like that, like he's got a rehearsed cape. And that's how I do Batman, and everybody after me pretty much does the same thing. They got
Batman.
the best acting cape in comic books and anatomy.
Well, thank you, sir.
It's a pleasure.
I'm honored, and I babbled enough, and I took up enough of your time.
Actually, we didn't even notice you were here.
Oh, I noticed actually.
We did notice he was here. There you go.
All right. Well, how about over to you, Brandon Clark? I can't even say your name anymore. For the Cosplayer of the Week, please.
Before the sun sets on her 16th birthday, she shall prick her finger. What are you doing? You know what? Jeremy and Lewis, both of you have like a really bad knack of interrupting me when I'm doing stuff. Can't you see I'm doing a death curse on a little girl here? Huh? It can't wait? You need to know Cosplayer of the Week right now? Jesus Christ! What is wrong with you people? I'm wielding magic right now. Magic! Hello! Magic! Hello! Hello! Magic! See? See that? See that magic? See that? And you want to know Cosplayer of the Week? Get on my goddamn nerves! Fine. Cosplayer of the Week this week goes to Carly Wen with her awesome Harley Quinn costume. Yeah! Here you go, baby girl. You got it. So anyway, I am going to go back to doing my death curse on Aurora, okay? Now, where was I? Before I was so rudely interrupted. Before the sun sets on her 16th birthday, she shall prick her finger on a spindle of a spinning wheel and die.